You said Abigail is now kinder to Abigail. What was Abigail like in her 20s compared to now in her 30s? And why did she all of a sudden, maybe not all of a sudden, but why is she now kinder to herself? Yeah.
Oh, in my 20s, I don't think you would have seen me and say, "Oh, you're pretty, you are amazing," and stuff. No, I was a mess. I was a mess because dealing with my own childhood trauma, becoming an adult, being programmed to do this and be this way. Yeah, from my dad's shelter to going to university, private university, where you are like made to be this way and try to be perfect, don't get expelled in school. Try and do right and be right. The only thing on my head is, oh, I need to read, succeed, be that good girl. Although I want to press my dad's buttons, but I want to be sure that his money is not wasting. I'm doing so well in school. Coming out of school, you want to get a job. You want to be financially stable, be able to take care of yourself and relieve my dad of the stress, the financial burden. Then my dad got sick and he passed on. And I had siblings that I technically had to take care of because though I was the second child, but I was the one that first got a job because my brother was in med school. My second sister was in a private university. So I technically had to be the mom to these kids. So from being a child, I became an adult. Then I had to be this way with my strong face and
strong
opinion, doing things without feelings. The only feelings I had then were my siblings, just doing everything straight like. Until I got into this period of self-awareness, I didn't realize how I was just doing things the way society wanted me to do it, the way I felt must be done. And I was making decisions just based on this is what I need to do part time to be sure I'm not a disgrace to the family. I'm sure my father's memory is not tainted. And my father is happy and not rolling in his grave for the nonsense decisions I was making, right? So I wasn't like my happiest self. I was just going on autopilot. Yeah. But in my 30s, mid-30s, I started getting to my level of self-awareness, connecting with people that help me know better, having coaches and mentors that make me know better. And now I'm getting into my feminine era. And I'm so loving it for me. I'm dropping all those masculinity, all those things I thought I had to be just because I had to be strong in this tough world. I have to be rugged in this world. I have not to be taken for granted. I need to be sure. So I'm getting to this feminine era. I'm like, oh girl, so are you really this girly? I'm trying out pink also. I don't do pink because I'm not a girl's girl. I didn't think I was a girl's girl, but now I'm loving pink. I'm like, okay.
I love the orange outfits. It's given.
So I'm no longer in that man era. I'm trying to become more feminine, understand my femininity, use my femininity, and be a better person, definitely.
I love it. I love it so much because I'm actually in that season as well where I'm like exploring the feminine part of me and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
I intentionally just like wait till maybe a man is passing to open the door for me. No, because I'm just like, if I don't teach myself this, if I'm not intentional about it, the conditioning of being masculine will continue to, if I don't stop in my tracks, it will continue to happen. And I have a follow-up question regarding that as to how did that masculinity in you, in as much as you had to build it to survive at that point and take care of everyone and do everything because again you were like the first African daughter and there is a responsibility that comes with being the first, being the a first daughter, a first child, or all of that. And how did that affect other areas of your life? In what are the areas it affected positively and negatively, and how did it happen? Is it clear?
Yeah, totally. Areas that affected positively was that I knew there was a goal, irrespective of whatever limitations or whatever lack I thought was existent at that time. I, if my sister's school fees needs to be paid, I know it had to be paid, and I knew how to get a legit way, not by selling my body, not by begging around, but how do I get this money? Who do I need to ask? Who can I ask for this money? And how do I ensure that I pay the money back so that I can pay the school fees? So it's made me know, okay, now I need to step up to responsibility. These I need to do. How do I get that the right way? And ensuring that, oh, if I need to save for it, I'm saving for it. If I need to ask somebody, give me, I will return. And that is why I learned the place of being what's it called? Being, do I say faithful? No. Integrity, yeah, my integrity. Because if I ask you, give me this money, I'll give you this time. I have to ensure I pay back so that my name doesn't get soiled. So I have to ensure everything that needs to be in place for my sisters, or I need you, she needs this, I need to ensure she has it. Because I don't want my sister doing what I don't want her to do to survive. Or I need to do this for myself because I don't want to do this to survive. I need to be sure that my name is not tainted, my integrity is not tainted, my faith in God is not tainted. So I needed to do whatever it is I needed to do. So it kept me on the straight path. You are the man, you are the dad, you are the mom, figure things out and ensure that things are going well. Yeah, that was the positive side. The not so positive side was that I wasn't soft. I wasn't particularly soft. When I make a decision, I need to do this, I do it. I don't put emotions into it. I do it, I forget, okay, this is my obligation. This is what I need to do. By this time, this is my expectation. I don't think about emotions, not thinking about, oh, is this right? Are you feeling this way? Are you sure? No, I'm not asking myself questions. Just do it.
Because you have to move.
You have to move. I just need to do it. Then also, I didn't think friendship was serious. I didn't have friends. I don't do friendships. What do I need friendships for? I don't need friends. I don't have that energy for feminine bickering and fighting and following up with my friends or being a friend. And for the longest time, I really didn't do friendship. I only have one friendship at a time. Like, you are my person, okay. You are my person. Autant. Anything outside that is extra. I don't have energy because I don't even have energy to be following up with you. How are you? Are you okay? Are you dead? I don't have that energy because I have things I'm working at. Until I started now becoming more into myself, then realizing that people actually make sense. I need people. I need people in life. I need them for my sanity. I need them for my growth. I need them for my mental health. And it's been interesting looking back. Even me now, in retrospect, I'm like, okay, that was who I am. It served its purpose at that time.
It did.
But now we have to do better because life is changing. I am changing.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you're able to give these answers of who you are. I love it. What is the most courageous thing that you've done that most people do not ascribe as courage?
For this question, it might not sound as courage. I know because now we're like in the Japa era where everybody's Japaing and we all think it's goals to leave Nigeria, to go to the UK, Australia, wherever. But it's actually courageous for somebody to leave their home, their family, what they've known all this time, your comfort zone, and go to a totally new country, especially if you know nobody. Like, I left Nigeria when I was 31, 32 to go to Canada, where I knew no soul, nobody. I literally just, a friend told me she's going to Canada. And I said, oh, you're leaving me in Nigeria. What am I going to do with my life? Okay, let me apply too and see what it's like. And we got the PR. Okay, where am I going to go to in this Canada? I know no soul there. And she was like, oh, I'm in Ontario, come to Ontario. I'm like, okay, I'll come to Ontario. Like, I did no research. I knew nobody. And I have to get to this place and sleep in somebody's sitting room with 2 children and a pregnancy. I had to sleep on the inflatable bed. Me and my kids on it. And nothing, knowing what the future holds. But from one sitting room, we're able to get our basement, stayed in the basement for 4 years before moving to a house. That is really courageous. We don't, people, when someone tells you, oh, I'm going abroad, okay, some people have money, they can rent this, or they have friends or family they can stay with. I didn't know it. So the person that housed me was technically my brother's friend from Abeokuta. She didn't know me before then. But my brother just called her to say, oh, my sister is coming to Ontario. She doesn't have a place to stay. Do you mind housing them for like a week? Like, okay, no problem. And I stayed in a stranger's house. Stranger just quote unquote, because now she's like my sister, right? I stayed in somebody's sitting room with my two kids and a pregnancy and my husband. Then from there moved out. Figured out, okay, what am I going to do with my life now in this cold country where I know no soul? I don't have the privilege of being stupid. I need to do something, man up also, and be sure my kids do not suffer. All that kind of stuff. So it is totally courageous for people to leave, especially when there is no reason to want to leave Nigeria. I left in 2018, yeah, when I really had no reason to want to leave because I was doing well at work.
Yeah, because you were a banker.
I was working in the bank. I was a BO, looking forward to my promotion to be an AM. And I really had
What
no
is
reason.
BO? What is AM?
Banking officer to assistant manager.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so I was earning well enough. I was okay in Lagos, doing well enough for myself. And I left that to go somewhere and just be everything. That is totally courageous. So for anybody you know that is jackpotting, especially when they know also where they're going to, just know that they need your prayers and they are totally courageous and strong for making that decision.
Yeah. Done. My heart is melting. My heart, I'm like, bro, that is something. Well done. Well done to you and your family. So what's the most significant belief that you had to let go of? Because you said, oh, I was doing so well. Why? Why did you leave knowing you were doing so well?
Honestly, at that time, I didn't know why. Because I always believe in the Nigerian dream. Even now that I'm in Canada, I still believe there's so much to be done back home in Nigeria. I always believe in the Nigerian dream. So why did I just feel, oh, I can explore opportunities? Because for me, I think myself as a sojourner, right? And when the time is right, I will either come back home or go somewhere else, or I'm exploring my journey. So why I just felt, oh, okay, I've basically lived over 30 years in this one land. The only opportunity I've had to go out of this place is just a quick trip to the UK for vacation, right? What I know about myself, my life is basically society back here. There is a whole world out there that needs to be explored.
I love it.
Do I want to make myself a local champion? Do I want to keep my kids as local champions? No. Okay, let's see what the world has to offer. Let's see what I can learn out there. Whatever I learn out there might totally be useful for me to bring back home and be a better person. Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. How do you, now that you're living in a Western world, so to speak, compared to back home in Nigeria, how do you approach the process of unlearning like the deeply ingrained culture or societal ideas? Because back home, culture is a big
thing.
So much that it can be really bad for you. How do you approach the process of the unlearning that is needed when you get to, say, a part of the world that things actually work, where you realize that what was taught back home with society, with culture, with tradition, with religion was taught in a way that suits the dysfunction. And then now that you're in a different place where things are functioning as they should, what are the nuances and the differences that you're seeing, and how are you unlearning those things? Because I also live in the UK, and I know how people take those conditionings into a new system. Like,
nah,
are you blind or something? Are you blind or something? How has that process been for you?
It's been interesting, yeah, because fact is, if you go with the Nigerian mindset of a lot of stuff, and you go over there and you do those same things, you're going to limit your own growth, your progress, and you might do things that are actually against the law. Because, and the law does not excuse your foolishness or your ignorance, yes. if it is wrong, it is wrong.
Yeah.
You can't mark your kids like
Yeah.
that. You can't ensure there is a mark. You know, the other say, I'll beat you, I'll put mark on your body.
It's a thing
No.
of pride.
Yeah. It's not.
When you are grown,
Yeah,
you
you remember. No. It's a crime. You can get jailed for it. You lose your kids for that, girl. Yeah. So, like, and I like the way the society over there, I think a lot of immigrants over there are getting into trouble for the foolishness we bring from here over there. So because as people get into more trouble, so we're not having communities have all those kind of sessions or webinars to teach parents and say, no, you don't go smacking your kids in especially. You don't go, this is how you undo your kids, or you don't expect your kids to, okay, yeah, in Nigeria we pay the kids school fees, right? But the fees are kind of like, okay, we understand it's still something we can work towards or quickly pay. Over there, the university bills are a lot. So you need to be sure you're saving, and the government has put in all these structures in place to ensure you know how to save towards your kids' education. Because if you want them to go to university and you don't have money, you're going to put those kids in debt. So except for your parents that want your kids to start their life in debt, you know, I need to start saving for them little by little. Yeah. So I think one of the things that have helped me to settle in over there was being a member of Nigerian communities. Not communities that makes me stay in my local area.
Yeah.
The ones that give me some level of awareness, you know, okay, this is what to do. This is what you can do around there. These are the things you need to do for your kids to be successful. Or depends on the community you go in. There are some people that are like, oh, when you get there, these are the kind of jobs you can get. These are the kind of things you can get. And a lot of people go into that web just chasing shadows, doing those minimum level jobs. But if you go into communities where they're like, okay, you can do this for now, but you need to be sure that where you came from, you were earning well. Don't stay that way. Aim for those high level jobs. Yeah. So I ensured I plugged myself in communities with people that were teaching me all these things, helping me to become better, and be sure that I'm plugging myself into the system in a positive way.
I like that you said that because I know how you went from banking to tech.
Yes.
That
was serious.
That was something, and that was a very significant leap. How did you handle the fear, the uncertainty with starting a new field in a new country?
Even myself, I'm like, what? My dad was a banker. He conditioned me to want to be a banker because when I wanted to go to university and it was time to select my course, he picked accounting. Because he was a banker, accountant. I was like, yeah, you'll be a banker, you'll be an accountant. I was rebellious. I said, no, I'm not doing accounting. I'm going to do economics. So I switched that as accounting to economics just because I want to. Just because I wanted to be rebellious. But when I finished school, I entered the banking system. Tell me, what was I thinking? Yeah, so I was like, oh, finance. I'm always this finance. Everything I can, everything. So I was this finance person. But when I got there, I had to look at what I could do. Like, what can I do? This is what I know from back home. How do I translate it into my own career down here? I've always been a career person. I've always believed in the C-suite, having my own space in the corner office girl. That's who I thought I would go. That's who I am, right? So I had to look at, okay, this is what I want to be. What kind of jobs can I apply for that will give me what I want? Okay. If I go to a bank, I even tried applying to a couple of banks, customer service. I have a heart for people, but I cannot be a customer service person. If you tell me A and I leave you alone and you say B, by the time you say C and I say the rest, they will bundle me out of that bank. Don't come here again. Like, nah, customer service is not for me. I can't do this stuff. Then I tried translating my work experience, because I was in the FX department, my knowledge in that particular department when I was living in Nigeria. I tried to convert it over there to see, I can move into treasury, into bonds, into trading. But my knowledge was still minimum because the particular department I was in is a bit structured just for the Nigerian economy, for foreign exchange trading, but not the traders part. Is the documentations part, the sorting out who is going to get what money
Right.
because of the foreign currency issues we have here. So it was specific to the Nigerian problem.
Got it.
It wasn't a solution that I could translate
To
over there.
another culture,
Yeah.
another
Even
economy.
though that department was wide and has the FX trading part that could make sense over there, I didn't know all those stuff.
Got it.
So when I went applied for those roles and I had those opportunity, I had people that connected me and put my resume out there. But when I go for those interviews, I wasn't able to speak the language they were looking for. My little cocoon that I knew is not selling over there. They didn't have foreign exchange problems. They don't have any issues of, oh, somebody wanting $1 million and they having only $200,000. How do they split it among all these clients? No, they didn't have that problem. So it was hard for me to translate it. So I had to go back and say, okay, what do I know? I was in the banking industry for like 12 years. In those 12 years, I've experienced some major changes, some implementations. Okay. Even some projects when they wanted to change the technology, I was involved in the testing activities. I was involved in when the project managers have meetings. So I knew some things about transformation,
Got it.
about change management. So I said,
Yeah.
oh, I know this.
Yeah.
This I know. I can translate it over there.
Yeah.
So I had to speak with coaches. Oh, this I can do. Oh, okay, so let me train you. Then I went to college though for like a year just to consolidate. I had all this thing, but it is raw, it's in rawest elements.
I know.
So I had to consolidate my knowledge.
Love it.
Ensure it makes sense and I can communicate it to my employer.
Yeah.
I went to school, I did boot camps. I had people that were willing to teach me for free. Also, because networks, as I got there, I ensured I was in the right communities. I was speaking, I was active, I was helping people. So people were, okay, you make sense. I'll teach you, I'll coach you, I'll help you for your interviews. And that was how I migrated into tech as a business analyst.
Got it.
So from business analysis, okay, I'm out of school. What do I do next? Oh, you can have project management. Do PMP. I got the certification. Okay, now I have this and this. What can I do? Okay, you can intern with me because you went to school. But that is, English is different. You must know how to say, okay, I did this project from start to finish. So I interned with somebody.
Got it.
I learned how it makes sense, how to document, how to speak the lingo to clients, and they're comfortable and they believe I know what I was doing. So that was how my partner started making sense. Then during COVID, there were out there in Canada, there were lots of opportunities to teach people how to come into tech. Then that's when I learned about the Salesforce technology. Salesforce is a customer relationship management technology that people leverage. Yeah, so I learned Salesforce CRM. And that's how I gradually moved into tech, from being a business analyst to learning about project management, to learning about Salesforce, to getting my first role as a business analyst, then as a Salesforce consultant. Hopefully, there are other things in front. So everything makes sense eventually.
In retrospect.
In retrospect, it's just layer it on each other, and everything makes sense.
I love how you gave yourself time.
Yes.
I love how you sat down to take inventory of the things that you know.
No. Yeah.
I love how you translated it into a different economy to say, okay, I knew this from back home. What is it called here?
Yeah.
Not, oh, I'm looking for treasury bill, this and this. I love how you took stock. I love how you transitioned, even in your understanding of, oh, it's a different economy, it's a different society, it's a different workforce. I love how you chose to go to college to consolidate everything that you know. Because I've done that before. When I started my tech journey, before I got into proper tech, I was doing marketing. So I knew how to do paid ads, I knew how to do social media, I knew how to do SEO, I knew how to do all of those things. But it was just self-learning that was jargons here and there. So I had to go into proper consolidation for about 3 months. I went to a proper digital school to consolidate everything I knew. And then from that point on, my career just went from. I love how you do your introspection and you know what's next.
Yes.
I love how you respect the law of movement.
Yes.
Because I've been in situations where people just like, oh, it will work out itself. And I'm a very to work out itself person type of thing, but it's because I understand the laws and the principles and I know when it begins to work out itself. But if I hadn't done that first move,
it won't work out itself.
Just wasting everybody's time and all. Because look at how people began to like take interest and help
Helping, yeah.
and say, okay, let me intern with me and all of that. I'm so proud of you.
I am proud of me too.
Just in case you don't know what you are doing, there's sometimes we would just like, oh, I have to do it. It's in that you realize that,
girl, this is what I've been doing, and that's for real. Right? I was just
like, you were just moving. Yeah.
And until recently, I'm like, girl, do you know what you did with yourself, man? 5 years. This is what you've been able to become. Thank God.
That is still like, I know what that is.